Here we go. 180.
56, right there, 56.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo, you never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
13 yards there and a Niner first. On first down, here's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12, 12.
53, let's get the ball.
21, 21.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21, 2, 2, 2.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
11, 11.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st.
Here we go.
Check 53, Mike. Watch the run.
11, 11.
Rush in.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie Ragland able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reggie Ragland able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
13, 13. Hey, Delta.
Check 53 is Mike. Check 53 is Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike 53.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie Ragland, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Sliding out of the pocket. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
White.
Let's go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, they got him again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 180.
53 is Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
21.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Niners.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know he ain't got it.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Brings up 3rd down.
Yellow. I got it.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Buying time. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
He'll buy some time right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half to get there and not. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about that. He can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's yellow. Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Fourth down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that some... Sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, baby.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, V. Let's go, man.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Niners 28, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Able to push his way through. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Bosa. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Dee Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Holmes again here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll bring this one back